Just an introduction, my name's Gavin Wright. I'm a World Athletics A-grade route measurer. I'm based in Cape Town in South Africa, and I'm very honoured to have been invited here by Francis to come and assist in the measurement and laying out of not only your marathon, the 21 kilometre and the 10 kilometre races over the last 2 days. I've been very, very impressed with the level of organisation that I've experienced here in Uganda. It's been absolutely wonderful. As far as route certification is concerned, World Athletics look at, if they're looking at records or even ratifying times of athletes, they need to have a route that is correctly measured according to their specifications, as well as timed correctly in order for any record to be ratified. So the first step, even long before the event is in place, is to get the route certified. In doing that, I ride on a bicycle and I lay out the routes with a little counter on the front of the bike called the Plain Jones counter. I ride the route the runners would run, so I ride the shortest route. Sometimes it's against the traffic, sometimes it's with the traffic, and I will cut corners and all that sort of thing, the way the runners would do. It does cause a challenge in the traffic with lots of motorbikes and things around, especially here, but that is the task that I have. While I'm measuring, I lay out each kilometre mark of the race, and I document it, take photographs, so that when I submit my reports back to the organisers and to World Athletics, they've got a fully documented route that they can go back to, not only for this race but also for the next 5, because my certification would last for 5 years. The one thing that's really impressive about the Gulu Marathon is the fact that it's really nice and flat. I measured the Kasese, or the Rwenzori Marathon in Kasese. That's also a very beautiful marathon, but it's got the mountains, so it's not as fast as this route, but it's got its own beauty. What I really also like about the Gulu Marathon is it incorporates all the community. You run through rural areas, you run through little villages, you run through the streets, and there's a vibe. I can feel it when I'm riding the bicycle. With the kids shouting to you and say hello and all that sort of thing. And I can just imagine what's going to happen on race day with the marathon runners. So, as I was saying, the most important part about route measurement is to ratify times of athletes. It gives the race credibility, and it gives the runners the knowledge that they are going to have, if their effort is going to be properly rewarded. That in turn will create incentive for athletes to come here and run the race. I'm talking about not only your top elite athletes, I'm talking about every runner wants to run a race that's not 2 kilometers longer or half a k shorter. A race that's half a kilometer shorter, the records don't count. If it's a kilometre longer, the times are compromised, so you're not going to get the records or the times which you would want. That's the importance of having a correctly measured route. Any sort of times that get recognised will obviously assist in athletes qualifying for events like the Olympic Games or Commonwealth Games, or even your local regional games, because those times can be ratified by World Athletics. The race will be put onto a list of World Athletics and aims of certified races in the world. And Uganda at this stage, as Francis said, has one in Rwenzori. Now we'll have 2, once I've done the documentation. And otherwise, I don't know if there's anything else. I really have enjoyed being here, and as I said, I think the marathon's got a lot of potential, it can grow, and there's also the possibility of becoming what a World Athletics call a label race. You get different labels. You get a silver, gold, and a platinum label. So, for example, the Lusaka Marathon that I've just applied for a label race, and they hopefully are going to get it. Label races, I've given the organisers the requirements they need for that. It just also helps athletes who are trying for qualification, like especially for Olympics. If they run a time here, it need not be a qualifying time for Olympics, but if you run enough label races, you get points, and then you can qualify for Olympics for your country as well. So that's also very, very useful. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Thank you.